What's going on? Hello and welcome to the Talkin Yanks pregame show. Another elimination game. Fourth thus far. The Yankees have played. This will be their seventh game. This will be their fourth elimination game. It's all we do. The Phenom, Schlitt the Kid on the bump versus Louis Volland and a bunch of bullpen arms for the Blue Jays. Jake, how are you?
James Davis, everyone tuning in. I'm doing well. A little pathetic, but I think it was a cool morning to wake up and be a Yankee fan for a second. It's like, that was real? Like, Judge did that. And now we need to keep going. Otherwise, okay, that was nice. But we've got Cam Schlittler, who the last time we saw him out, it was as dominant of a performance as the Yankees have seen on the mound since Roger Clemens against the Mariners in 2000. Hey, go nuts, Cam. We saw the offense do stuff. We saw the Yanks get punched in the face by themselves, formerly one of your signature moves.
Oh, yeah.
And they bounced back. So let's go ruin Toronto's day. Let's start going nutty after that. And yeah, I'm feeling good. I think I've got some good what to watch fors.
Wow. Well, that's the second segment of the show.
Number 2 segment. We'll do the lineups first,
yes.
which you're not going to want to miss that. Should we start doing shows like that?
Yeah, it's a base for all thoughts. If you're tuned in after the lineups, you don't know what we're talking about. You've missed out.
There's going to be a quick conversation about lids. There will be a Homer draft.
Homer draft, it's the Homer draft. I'm without laptop because I'm trying to download some cool footage for everyone.
Sans laptop.
So I'm not
with child
ignoring you and doing other stuff. I'm pulling up the scouting reports that I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Why don't we do
for
the
people
lineups?
that are watching? The lineup, the Yankees have made a change.
Yeah. One
that we didn't predict.
We didn't think they'd push the button.
Push the button? So the top is the same. Grisham leading off.
Yep.
Then Judge.
Yes.
Then Bellinger.
Judge earned the start today.
Then Stanton.
Yeah.
After that, Jazz.
Yes.
He has earned it.
Yeah, after yesterday, yes.
After that, where the flip got flopped, Goldie gets to start. He's the righty. I said they were going to go with 4 righties.
They need a righty.
They needed a 4th righty against a bullpen day. They brought in the 4th righty in the name of Paul Goldie. And, Rice's been struggling. He got a hard hit yesterday. It was a 2-0 pitch in the zone. Otherwise, I watched his at-bats, and it was still struggling yesterday. Yeah. It wasn't as bad as against the splitter guys, but it was bad. And Goldie is, his numbers are he's 6 for 2 this postseason, I think. Canadian.
Austin Wells will catch.
Yeah. The rest of the lineup is Murderers Row, Volpe, McMahon, Wells. Or not in that order, though.
Wells, Volpe, McMahon.
So it's lefty-righty, 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 lefty.
Yeah, the only, we thought they'd make a move. We were both kind of eyeing third base. But they go with Goldie, which, hey, tough to argue against. Paul Goldschmidt has great postseason numbers in his career. He has great postseason numbers this postseason, 6 for 2. And I guess for me, the only thing with Volpe's at-bats yesterday, man, that it still feels like we have a lefty lane from Wells, Volpe, McMahon, Grish.
Yeah.
You're going to have a lane somewhere.
If there's ducks on the pond, they will pinch hit McMahon as early as the 4th inning we've seen and shoot Ahmed Rosario.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see. That was down 5.
I think they'll still do that.
McMahon.
I think they'll still do that. I think that's why
down 1.
I think that's why the lefty stack
down 1.
McMahon has always been included in the stack.
What if they were down 1?
I think the only way they wouldn't do it was if they were up.
Okay, so you think,
and they want his
2
defense.
runners on 4th inning, they'd shoot Rosario for McMahon in the 4th.
If they, unless
I don't think so. I think
it depends on which pitcher is out, which lefty's out, where he is in his order. Is he stuck? in the 3-batter minimum and Rosario is guaranteed to face him, or can Schneider make a move? And then there's also another line of thinking after you answer those questions.
Yeah, I think what they've done here is they've gotten their best defense on the field, which is good. And they've got their best fight against platoon out there, which, okay, normally 2 of those things are pretty significant causes to making the lineup. It's just Ben Rice, who was the guy in Boston that they were game planning around, and we felt like idiots when they didn't get him in the lineup, and then he homers in his first at-bat. He hasn't been that same guy that Goldie has earned it, and I love the top 6 in our lineup.
Yes. I'd like Grisham to start fighting earlier in games. I feel like his first and second at-bat, I might be wrong,
okay,
but I feel like his first and second at-bats have not been anything. Yesterday, I don't know. The game yesterday happened quick. Like what felt like the
I feel like his second at-bat yesterday, he might have
got. Was that the double? That's what I'm saying. Like all of what happened yesterday in that 4th through 6th inning feels like the 7th and 8th inning of action, but it was actually slid down. Well, the Blue Jays, I think there's you got it. Double was a second at bat. Yeah.
Get a first at bat. How about that?
Sure.
You're leading off, pa.
Leading off. So let's do I have the Blue Jays are doing a bullpen day.
Yes.
So do you want to talk about that while we're on the Yankees lineup, or do you want to do the Blue Jays lineup? Because then that leads into our path for victory. I think I can talk about what I think they're going to do.
Why don't you talk about them then?
They did a bullpen day against the Red Sox down the stretch. So I think the script that they're going to use, they can always pivot off of it, but the tracks have been laid down of what they'd like to do. And this is what happened in that game. Now, you're going to have to come at me if any of these guys are not on the roster or they threw so many pitches yesterday that you think they're not available, because I haven't checked that.
Please.
Louis Volland.
He's going to start.
He went 2 innings when they did this. Then they went to Eric Lauer.
Lauer's there.
He's a lefty, correct?
Lefty, and their best option today for bulk if that were to happen.
And he went 3.1 in this plan, which I don't even think they'd push him that much. I think they'd go one time through the order max. But hopefully the Yankees get some hits, so it's not going to be 3 innings worth of outs.
Yeah.
Then after that, they gave it to Yariel Rodriguez, the righty. He got 2 outs. Then they brought in Braden Fisher.
Yep.
Then they brought in Sir Anthony Dominguez.
Oh.
Have we seen him yet?
We saw him the first 2 games.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember anything about those games.
Yeah, by the time he was in the game was over.
Then Brendan Little.
Yeah, he's here.
Then Jeff Hoffman.
He's here.
Now, unaccounted for is Flahardy, who they've liked. But they're going to go left, right. And I think they're going to always try to bring their reliever in to get the last out of an inning so they're not trapped in the 3-batter minimum. That's what they did here. Like Yariel went 0.2. They all went 0.2 in between Lauer and Hoffman. So Yariel, Braden Fisher, Sir Anthony Dominguez, Brendan Little.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be the definition of quote-unquote modern baseball, where it's going to be righties for the top half of the lineup, and it's going to be lefties for the bottom half of the lineup. You wonder if they're even telling Louis Varland, kind of got the work yesterday from Judge and people forget Jazz, who hit one off the second deck. Like, is Louis Varland in this game till Stanton, and then it's Eric Lauer to go through Jazz, Goldie, Wells, Volpe, McMahon, Trent?
Like a really opener.
I think
just 3 batters.
I mean, it's the playoffs, so if someone's hot, like if Varland comes out and looks gross,
he's tired.
He should be sleepy.
No, sorry. I meant that in like he has tired as games have gone on visibly for me. His stuff hasn't lasted more than like 2 batters the 2 times we've seen him.
Right. I mean, Varland, they're going to, with the bullpen day, if someone's hot, they will try to stretch them, as we saw the Yankees kind of do to surviving yesterday's game. The other thing is, if we throw one wrench in in their plan. If one of their guys comes out and gives them a 0.0, it does just make the order of operations and game a lot more trickier for them. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, loose, what to watch for, bottom of the lineup versus lefty, top of the lineup versus righty, and who can spoil that.
Get me Jazz versus Varland in the first inning. Like, get some people
like
on.
If you're the Blue Jays, you can't let that happen, right?
I don't know. Yeah, it depends the situation.
I guess for that to happen, he would have had to let at least 2 on.
Yeah.
He's probably out.
And they have bodies. Like you mentioned all of that. Flew Hardy. Nance pitched yesterday and looked good.
Unless it was like a solo home run and then like a 3-2 walk, and those are the 2 he let on, he might stay. If it's 2 on like and no out, I don't. 2 on and 2 out, no. Okay. Anything else before we go to their lineup?
You know, Joe's McFly was talking about every time they managed yesterday, it went wrong.
It's true.
So make that happen again.
That's true.
Do they have a lineup out? I didn't see one.
They do have a lineup out. George Springer leading off as the DH. Nathan Lucas in left field, batting second. Vlad, Addison Barger, Alejandro Kirk, Varsho, Santander again, Clement, and Jimenez.
Can you do the righty-lefty count for me there?
Yes, that's a righty and Springer, lefty, righty, left, right, left, switch, right, left.
So they went full balance
for the same thing.
They kind of do.
Pretty much.
And Schlittler will be facing them.
Cam Schlittler. He's coming off a great outing in an elimination game. That's all he knows. His 2 postseason starts are both elimination game starts. First person to do that since I think they said like Bert Bumfries. I think it was Kooks Cookerson.
Oh.
There was a Kooks on the sheet from Quags. Let me see if I could find who that was.
Only 10th pitcher in MLB history to do this, where there's his first two postseason starts were elimination games. I wonder if it's first guy, how many of those guys did it in the same postseason. Like, was there a rookie who started a wild card game when it was a 1-game wild card and then did it again? I don't know. Sevy?
Johnny Cooks went 8 innings plus 0 runs in the 1956 World Series.
Johnny Cooks.
Spelled K-U-C-K-S, so be careful with that one on the internet.
Who started the 2018 wild card game against the Oakland A's for the New York Yankees? Was that Tanaka?
I believe Sevy had that one. I'll double
So then
check.
Sevy would be on that
was
list.
his
His first 2 starts were elimination games.
Did he get another one in 2017?
Oh. Was it game 3 of Cleveland?
Might have been game 2. Let me see.
CC, Tanaka, CC, Sevy?
Okay, Sevy postseason game log. Welcome to the pregame show. Minnesota and then Cleveland ALDS game 4.
With Minnesota. Yeah, so that's Sevy. So Sevy's on that list. He's one of the 10.
Yeah.
So he started 3 in his first 4 starts. How about it? Schlittler's pitch mix was different the first time he faced this Jays team. He was not sinker heavy. Now, sinker has never been thrown as much as he threw it against Boston. It was a real nice pairing that I think he's going to try and find out if he has again. He wanted to do the cutter. It was too amped up in that to really, it was too fast to cut, really. And then he threw a couple nice ones later on. But these Blue Jays hit speed. I was looking it up, especially the guys you wish didn't. Vladdy crushes speed. Springer crushes speed. Kirk does not. Like, he can put it in play, but he's not slugging off speed. But Barger also is there.
Yeah, it's the best stat on this page. The Blue Jays as a team are first in batting average against pitches, 97 plus.
Yep.
Guerrero, 293. George Springer, 326. But circle this for a little bit of hope. Bo Bichette skews those numbers a lot, 448.
Yeah, he's really good against
and
speed.
he is not playing in this game. So, yeah, I'd watch for the off-speed stuff against Springer and Guerrero.
And Schlittler obviously had an awful start. He was tipping. Hopefully that's fixed, and it's not that other people can't see it and the Blue Jays know it. That would be the worst-case scenario this game. If in the first inning we're like, oh, my goodness, whatever they had last time, they have again. And that would stink. Although they only got singles off him. He's never given up an extra base hit to a Blue Jay.
Yeah, and that whole thing was weird. Struck out the first two, and it just got away from him, and hopefully that was just a learning lesson for young Cam Schlittler. And we found out from his internet usage that he likes to pitch as a vengeful boy that he took out on the Red Sox, that, hey, his worst start ever against the Blue Jays, now's the time to be vengeful.
Do it. And I've made fake burner accounts, Blue Jays fans, just to lighten them up. IKF Stan 991. If you see that guy on the streets, I just been bulletin board material for the old Cam Schlittler. Bet you pitch bad today, Cam.
Don't labor.
Blue Jays, own your stanky ass. So I'm firing him up. I'm proud of that. Pitching path to victory for the Yankees.
It's probably a lot of what Brad does, right?
Brad?
Motivate the guys from burners.
I think he motivates himself.
I have to assume. Cam Schlittler will start.
Yeah. Bednar Devin.
Was that whole thing of what to watch for?
Bednar Devin. We skipped what to watch for.
We kind of did a whole thing on everything.
Yeah. I would watch for if Jazz gets in that bat against Varland, but that goes away. Man, you just need to ruin one of their plans.
Yeah.
They need to make some pitching changes because they're bullpenning with traffic on the bases. So you bring some relievers into stress. If they're able to just bring relievers into 2 outs, 1 runner on, clean inning, that would be a bummer.
Ghosts, Wind, or IKF?
IKF not starting. Smart. Guys on our tide.
Cam Schlittler 4.
4 innings.
Cam Schlittler 4.
Earned runs.
For how long, Jim?
That's what I said at first. Innings. Don't know. I think that you want 6. Okay. I think they like Doval, Devin, and Bednar. I think they like Cruz for an out if he goes 5 point something. Cruz did look great yesterday. He looked much better. I worry about these guys seeing the same guys again. Like Devin versus that lane. Is it time for Doval to see that lane? I don't know. Doval's probably seen that lane as well.
Yeah.
Tim Hill has looked great. So they've put egg on my face for not really believing in the bullpen, and they've done it now a handful of times. But also, I'm still sitting here like, well, other shoes are going to fall. Like, how many times can Tim Hill get 1+ innings against all these teams? Maybe he can do it again. But I think you want Schlittler to go 6 innings. If he can throw strikes at 90 and an average 99 miles per hour with sink and mixing in the other ones, it's a good recipe.
Yeah.
Like if he's able to do that, then I don't think they're going to pull the cord to go to Cruz or Doval and be like, we got to get these guys in. They're our winning formula. So I'm hoping he can go 6.
I think you want 6. I think anything over 5 brings that whole recipe into play. You're just starting to stretch things out. Anything below 5, which, just a reminder, it's postseason baseball, and I hope
he's our only pitcher that's gone 5.
We don't have to preface.
Well, not this series.
The last series,
they all did. This series, none of them have
gone. So that's where you do need an alternate plan.
Who would you like to not see, I guess? Easier to do it that way. You don't want to see Blackburn in this game.
Blackburn and Warren.
What about Heel?
How about Heel versus Weaver?
Man, the only way I'd like those guys is if they came after, like if they're facing that bottom of the order, and the last time that those guys pitched, they faced Hill. Like it's because if you go from Schlittler to Weaver, that is
same but less.
you just took the donut off the bat, basically.
That's the Little League.
Like,
Little League effect.
Yeah. Like they are, this is so much better than the 99 with run and ride. I don't think I want those guys in this game. They can if it's dire straits, but I think I don't mind Doval. Doval, Bednar, Devin, those three, I'm fine to give them the less. I think like Doval's earned it. I think Devin has obviously earned it. He's been really good, and Bednar's earned it down the stretch. So that's my like wants.
So Hill, you're just worried that he's a funny business pitcher?
Yeah, just
okay.
Like he's quote unquote trick pitcher. Same with Cruz. More you see him, the more you can time that, and more it doesn't become funny business anymore.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see because what Toronto has on the bench are all righties. That Hill can be an interesting make Schneider make a move.
True. Bring IKF in.
Davis.
That's a good formula.
Davis Schneider, IKF, Miles Straw.
There's 2 outs. There's a runner on first base. You bring Tim Hill in. They pinch at IKF. IKF grants us the end of the inning. Everyone's happy. That's an interesting one.
Jimenez, Springer, Lucas is an interesting lane. Whew. Come on, Cam. Become a legend, dog.
Yes.
Everyone,
Slit.
Everyone getting the shirt.
Light that Schlitt.
He did it last time.
And take a hit. Yeah, Schlitt.
Maybe our best shirt in the store.
I really like it.
You lit up. Schlit up.
Yeah, I did. Homer draft. It's a Homer draft.
It's brought to you by Lids. Everyone, you guys know Lids. It's where you've gotten hats for years. It's where your forefathers got hats. Maybe. And they have all the postseason gear you're looking for, headwear and other apparel for the postseason. The new era authentic collection and new releases. How do you like that? Lids has got you covered, and the new thing, that new John. What? Topps trading cards are at Lids stores. Yeah, that's right. Topps. So if you're into that, if you're into everything Lids have, right now Lids is hooking up our listeners with an awesome offer. All you have to do is text Yanks to 29017. That's Yanks to 29017, and you'll receive 20% off your next headwear or apparel purchase. Some exclusions do apply.
You intrigued me.
Homer draft, it's the Homer
draft. Lids was founded in 1995.
Okay.
So
what are forefathers?
I Googled that as well. It's any ancestor.
Okay.
So like I Googled, is my grandpa my forefather? And they said yes. Is my dad?
Your dad's been to Lids. That's where I always see him.
Is my dad my forefather? No. Your father is not your forefather.
Okay.
So
before father.
You were born in 95, Beebs?
I was born in 97.
Okay. How old was your grandpa in 1994? Old enough to be buying cool hats at Lids?
I think so.
All right. Well, then Jake's right. Your forefather got his hat at Lids.
Lids.
Would have been like 60 that year.
Hats for the whole family.
You go first?
I think I go first. Who can I take?
You got Judge. Are you on the board? Didn't he take Judge?
I thought I took Stanton.
You had Trenton Stanton yesterday. Yeah.
Joe's blue Judge for me, I believe.
Jake, you have taken Rice, McMahon, Jazz, Judge, Trent, and Stanton. So eyeballing that would mean Belly, Goldie, Wells, Volpe are on the board for you.
Wow, that's good pickings for you.
Oh, good job, Joe's. Took Judge and Jazz a day early.
He did.
That was a day early.
Thick daddy. Give me Paul Goldschmidt. MVP. Familiar.
Paulie Singles.
Might also get some lefties where he rakes.
Awful pick, but if you didn't take him, I would have grabbed him.
Interesting. Who are you going to take?
I don't know who I can. Goldie was the only one I was positive I could.
Okay.
So you cannot take Goldie because he's been taken by Jake, and your other selections were Stanton, Judge, Wells, McMahon, Belly, Volpe, which would mean
Trent,
Grish, and Jazz.
Trent, Jazz.
Take them both.
And Wells?
You took Wells game 2. I think Trent and Jazz are your eligibles here.
Take them both.
I will be taking Trent Grisham and Jazz Chisholm Jr. in the reverse order.
And can I tell you?
Louis Holland, better hope he doesn't have that ball in his hand when Jazz is on the bump.
I'm rooting for you.
You are?
Big guy.
Thanks, little dude.
Big guyed me earlier in the year. I forgot about that till right now. And it stung.
Didn't I little guy you recently?
I think you big guyed me, which was the stronger. So you coming back with the little counter. So I'm Wells.
You can go Wells,
Volpe?
Belly,
And Belly, dude.
Volpe.
Oh, Anthony.
After those at-bats last night, please give me Cody Bellinger.
Oh, believe in Anthony for the Toronto Rays. Volpe will homer.
Yeah.
Just when you think.
The stat line we memorized is going down.
What is it at now?
I was just looking at it. I think it's 256, 264, 354, 403.
Okay.
Slug is held.
He's looked brutal this series.
Yeah.
He's chasing pitches that are balls two ways. And when he's getting a pitch to hit, he's swinging so big.
So big.
He's trying to hit it.
Oh.
Yes.
Just looked at his numbers for this series. I
071.
083.
It's
So give him
close.
some credit.
1 for 12.
1 for 12, 8 Ks.
8 Ks? You want to win, put Cabby in. Maybe if they win this game, that happens in Toronto.
Shorten up the swing.
Shorten up the swing. Punch it to right. I mean,
What are you doing?
it's kind of nuts that when he does it, he can hit. Want to know if he was on the Blue Jays and Ernie Clement was his leader? He'd be great.
It'd be great. Whatever. Hit a home today.
Whatever, whenever. My dear.
Fuck you, Gerard Piqué.
Oh.
Do you have a Premo?
Let me see about it. Let me think about it. Let me hear about it. Let me think about it. Hot shot caught by Schlittler. Kind of gets his Cliff Leon.
Hot shot caught by Schlittler. Kind of gets his Cliff Leon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe there's some youngins who have forefathers that.
The jazz artist Cliff Leon?
The jazz art? What?
Got him.
Hot shot right back to him. Calm, cool, collective. Just snares it. Cliff Lee was famous. This one.
I was talking about Cliff Leon,
Who's
jazz
that?
artist.
Oh, I don't know that. I listen to Bernie Williams if I want to listen to jazz.
Carnegie Hall, January 13th.
Carnegie.
Maybe my mom will be there.
She'll dress nice if she goes. Oh. I got another one. I thought of another one.
Go.
Ugly fan. We haven't seen a real ugly fan in the crowd for a while.
That's tough.
Every now and then. No. Every now and then
Like
they
he'll be
show someone
focused.
like just like a kind of scrub of a dude. You're like, whoa,
Right.
that's your going out outfit.
Okay.
Like game changing ugly, momentum turning. I'm talking Madison Square Garden.
Whoa. Game changer.
Yeah.
You'll remember him.
If it was 2016, he'd become a meme instantly.
I have,
Yes.
and this is good news,
I was gearing myself up for bad news. Like you were saying something terrible.
the Yankees use nobody off the bench.
Is that a premonition or a hope?
It's a Premo.
Okay, because I like Cabby.
It's a Premo. I know.
Oh, how about this? No, I don't want a prem on your prem.
You can Prem on my Prem. Our Prems crossed yesterday.
It's not a premonition. It's a thought. JD gets his first action. Pinch running.
He becomes a part of this series.
Yes. Announces himself with authority.
Yeah, the only other thing I saw was Trent hitting the right field foul pole with the first pitch, but that felt more hopeful
Low?
than Prem. The pole?
Low on the pole.
Sits on top.
Did we see a bird yesterday? I don't think we did.
Or call a bird.
See you at the live stream.